step back, disengage from disengagement itself. It will give ending to the attempt to disengage. It will end. Disengage from disengagement itself will purify the attempt to disengage. Ending for both the noble ones and the worldlings. The noble ones practicing in certain ways, trying to put down, trying to give up, trying to let go. This is samsara of the noble ones. Samsara of the worldlings, projecting for, grasping for, through knowing, seeing, memorizing, thinking, feelings. These are denser and denser from grasping. Samsara of the noble ones, they're just trying to let go, trying to give up. It's more subtle, but still samsara in the way of the noble ones. Let's end for both. No exception here. No exception. Uninvolved within the uninvolvement itself thoroughly. It's not about not involving with anything. With everything is let go of the letting go itself. It's not trying to let go of anything, trying to let go of the mind, this emotion, that emotion, defilement. Let go of the letting go itself instead. End all the troublesome. That means ending all the attempt to let go to this and that. That is still troublesome. End this kind of thing. For everything, let go of the letting go itself. End the burdens. Trying to let go of something is a burden. Therefore, child, everything is let go of the letting go itself only. It's not about an act to let go of anything. Then it will give ending to all the burdens to try to let go of this and that. End all the practice. End all the delusion to practice. And ending is there continuously to help end for samsara actually. Use the reminders to help end, to cut constantly. Helping through ending and cutting for samsara constantly. That is the great compassion. For oneself, just look at samsara. If samsara doesn't exist, then there is no oneself existing. Therefore, is samsara still existing? Then help end and help end for samsara. That is true ending. Continue with the great compassion right away, because one doesn't gain or lose with anything already. With ending or not ending, there is no gain or loss with nibbana or samsara either. No gain, no loss with anything whatsoever, even what is called, the so-called, assumed as called nibbana. It's not a burden, just help through ending constantly. Uninvolved within the uninvolvement itself only. Don't try to push to not involve with anything. That's it. Disengage from disengaging itself only. Don't try to disengage from anything. Don't let it become samsara. Even samsara of noble ones, even a tiny bit, is a waste of time. Sodapanna, Sakataka, Anakami, even Arahanta path is also a waste of time. It's a waste of time to proceed towards the path to the 4 entries to the enlightenment. This is not about you have to let go of everything. For everything, let go of the letting go itself. Instead, it's not about letting go of everything. No? That's not it. The attempt to let go, it doesn't let go of itself yet. Only let go of the letting go itself with everything. Then everything will be concluded in the same way, accordingly. This is Nibbana and Samsara without conflicts with each other. No separating between Samsara and Nibbana. This is called emptiness purifying Samsara, Nibbana purifying Samsara. There is no separation between Nibbana and the beings. Nibbana purifying the beings, not Nibbana from the beings, not from Samsara. It's not about leaving something from something. Mind from mind itself, cutting within the cutting itself is not about cutting anything. No grasping for the non-grasping itself. It's the emptiness that doesn't grasp for itself. It's not about empty out of anything. No grasping for the non-grasping itself, that is the emptiness that does grasp for itself. The emptiness doesn't grasp for itself. This is not separating the emptiness from the beings. Then it will turn into purifying samsara through the emptiness instead. Even uninvolved within the uninvolvement itself is already ending the burdens within the attempt to do anything with the minds. That is circuit breaker already. It's not just a switch. How many hundreds and thousands and millions of switches? How can you chase to turn it off? Right at the circuit breaker. That's it, the only one. How can you chase to let go of samsara? Let go of the letting go itself is there at that one switch, circuit breaker. Let go of the letting go itself. The letting go is for everything already simultaneously. Switch off at the circuit breaker, not to press here and there. Within samsara, there are so many switches, tremendously, millions of them. But there's a circuit breaker at one center, which is there. Circuit breaker. Wherever you start, purify right there. For example, the letting go is the starter. Purify right there. For example, not attachment is the beginner, the starter. Then switch off right there. Then it will not become samsara further on. If the let go doesn't let go of itself, trying to let go, it will begin and turn into the practice, becoming samsara continuously. It will become the vipassana, which is samsara in itself constantly. The starter must end itself, purifies itself. The let go must let go of itself, and involve within the involvement itself instead. The let go is the starter. Then don't use the starter to let go of anything. Let go must let go of itself instead, right at the circuit breaker. Otherwise, it's gonna be like a random. Discard as well. Discarding the discarding itself is not to chase to discard anything. For example, discard trashes. Actually, discarding itself is the trash. This is shorten the short, ending within no time. Anyone can listen to this. Ending will happen accordingly, which is possible for everyone, humans or non-humans. Not attached to the non-attachment itself. Don't try to not attach to anything. Otherwise, it will turn into deludedly not attached. Just use the reminder. The purification will happen on its own. Don't pay attention that is ending or not, finished or not. This is ceasing the samudaya. There is no need to pay attention whether there is nibbana or not nibbana in whatever ways. That is just an end result. Don't pay attention to it. Just share the great compassion. Purifying, help through ending, help through ceasing. This is the great compassion. This is not ending for the sake of ending. This is not ceasing for the sake of ceasing, cutting for the sake of cutting. It means for everything, ceasing altogether, ending altogether. Mind from mind itself is meant with everything. Help through ending, help through ceasing altogether. Conclusion altogether, simultaneously. For all cases of karma, which has been karma, overlaying dhamma, karma overlaying seeing and knowing, overlaying titi, overlaying karma within the wisdoms, in the vipassana and kamastana meditation, karma overlaying within body, mind, aggregates and dhamma, that which is not aligned with ceasing the ceasing itself, ending the ending itself, not aligned with letting go of the letting go itself, putting down the putting down itself, being deludedly letting go and putting down, practicing this way and that way, is the desire overlaying, the samudaya overlaying the practice. Whatever that has been passing on, teaching others, ahosi, ahosi, ahosi. Recitation is a kind of babbling nonsense. Let Luangพ่อ be direct with this kind of karma. The words always fabricated on and on without cutting. This is called babbling nonsense. Not saying in the way that ending and cutting within itself. It's just continue in the way that is babbling with nonsense. Use words and sayings that shorten the short. Don't let there be anything that is left, even a tiny bit, because that tiny bit, it will become samsara added on further. Let's have conversation that ends the ending itself, finish the finishing itself. Let's talk like this. Without being considerate to the darkness or the delusion anymore, so that we will all be brightened out altogether. Let's brighten out everyone to purify altogether.
ไหมชานี่ชาหวานนี่จะได้ล้างความเบื่อไม่มีขอบเขตล้างไป
Let's purify through the boundlessness. Go ahead. Let's not be just within these mountains. Let's not be just here. Go on without limits. Let's purify without limits. This is the great compassion proceeding, uninvolved within the uninvolvement itself without limits right away. Mind from mind itself also boundlessly. That will be the purification of the extinction. Let's not be stuck within just here where you are, within this mountain, within this temple, within this cave. No, everyone is a center of samsara. Just powerfully share the great compassion through the boundlessness in the way of uninvolvement within the uninvolvement itself. Help through unwinding and releasing, through the purification of the emptiness naturally. Use the reminders as a great compassion. One reminder can be a great compassion in an instant. With everything uninvolved within the uninvolvement itself, the word everything is the great compassion, is the reminder that has the essence of the great compassion. Everything uninvolved within the uninvolvement itself has the effect to help unwind and release for samsara. It's not something that is personal. It's not a personal matter. Otherwise, Long Paul will not lead towards blessing, because it's not about personal matter.